Okay, Call Me by Your Name. I okay. I have to. I'm gonna make this clear. I don't have anything against gay people, honestly. Um, I mean, I'm not like raw, go gay people, but I'm not like against them getting married or anything like that, I don't hate gay people at all, but it might come off that way talking about this movie. Because honestly, I feel like if this movie was just about a straight couple, it would not be nominated at all for anything. Because yeah, the movie just doesn't work for me. I don't know. So it's about the story of this kid, and he falls in love with this guy, um, and they're both gay. But he gets with girls too. So I don't know. Anyways, but the problem of this movie for me was there wasn't much of a story. There was kind of like Phantom Thread, but there's no conflict. Basically, the movie's just them and their relationship. But that doesn't even you know, but there's no conflict to it. I think it would have been much better if you know they're gay and they're having this relationship, but there's much more conflict with it. He's trying to keep it a big secret, and he doesn't know if this is right. And I didn't, there might have been some of that in there, but I just did not feel it. It was just once they started having a relationship. At first, it was just kind of like, oh, we probably shouldn't. I don't know if we should do this, but then they're like, no, it's all good. And then they just like um, make out a bunch of times um, throughout the movie. And I swear, like once they like actually started their relationship, it was just scene after scene of them just making out and being gay together. Um, and if I mean, even if it was a straight couple movie, like after a point, it's like, okay, we get it. They like each other. um, what's the point of all this? And then eventually, spoilers, I guess, but he ends up leaving, and he's just sad about it. Um, but that happens all the time. People people love each other, and then they have to be apart. There's movies like that all the time. Where there's love, but they can't be together, or whatever. Um, so I don't see what's new about this movie. I don't see what's so great. It was nominated for screenplay, and I wouldn't be surprised if it won, but I would not. Um, I do not want this to win screenplay, um, or anything really. Uh, just because there was no story to it really. I mean, there was a story, but there wasn't anything interesting about the story. Nothing that kept me wanting to keep watching. Nothing that was keeping me like, oh, what's gonna happen next? It was just like things kind of happen, and they go from scene to scene. Um, Sometimes they have a scene, and it's just and it doesn't really have anything to do with anything. And sometimes that works in movies, but there was just nothing there, and the characters didn't really grab me either. Like Emilio, I think it is. Yeah, the main character, he was all right. He was an okay character. Um, Other than that, Army Hammer's character, um, there's just nothing interesting about him. He just seemed like kind of an average guy, just a nice guy, and that was it. Um, and I think the thing about this movie though is people are acting like, oh, it's such a great thing for gay people. It's such a great statement or whatever, but I don't see that. It's just a movie about gay people. Other than it's a romance that gay people could watch and enjoy. Because I mean, I'm sure if I was gay, seeing movies where every relationship is a straight relationship, that would probably be kind of old by now. Um, so it's nice that there's something for them to watch. I guess that's the only thing I can see that's really great about it for gay people, because it's not like I mean, they're just gay and that's it. Like a movie like Philadelphia, I just watched that. I feel like that's a much better movie when it comes to the subject, because there's a lot of dealing with, the people hating uh, them for being gay, and just trying to be able to live your life the way you want, but people, just can't accept it, and, kind of the hardships of that. And if there was more of that in the movie, I feel like it would have been better for me. Uh, but I guess, I don't know, maybe the thing was like, let's just ignore that and just have a gay relationship, and it's just how it is. So I guess, I don't know. But the thing that creeped me out the most though was he's supposed to be 17, the character. He's a teenager, and this guy apparently he's supposed to be 24, but he looks like he's in his like and Army Hammer, he's in his 30s. And so that just was weird. And it's never brought up, the age difference. It's just completely normal. Um, so that was weird. And and personally for me, there's just too much gayness. This sounds really terrible, but there's just too much of that in the movie for me, and it just was like I don't want to watch this. So, some of the scenes were hard to watch, because it's like I just don't want to see. It sounds bad, but I just don't want to see it. Honestly, I mean you can do whatever you want, but I just don't want to be a part of it. Um, so now everyone probably hates me now because they're like, you hate gay people, and you can believe that if you want, but whatever. Uh, Now it's also so screenplay. It could win, but I don't think it will. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the other ones are for adapted screenplay. Um, Actor in a leading role. Uh, I forget the actor's name. Anyways, he was in Lady Bird too. I thought he actually did a pretty good job. He was probably the better part of the movie. Um, and was there anything? Oh, and music. I like the music too. Um, I don't know if it will win, but definitely worth the nomination. So I think the thing that people really are liking this movie for is it's a movie about a gay relationship and stuff, but it's done well. Honestly, the movie is done well, or else it wouldn't get nominated for Best Picture. And the cinematography's good. It's light and it's warm. It's bright. Um, it's done pretty well on just this and Phantom Thread, both done really well. But there's just no story to get behind, honestly, to keep you interested. So I didn't like this one, and I don't think it will. I mean, it could win, uh, but I don't think it will. So, anyways, that's all I gotta say about that.